Welcome to video number 2 with Emma's Crochet Group for Complete Beginners and Beyond. Today we're going to be learning the chain stitch. First of all, make sure you've done your hand and finger exercises from video number 1 and get yourself all sat nice and comfortably, and we'll begin. First of all, we're going to need some bulky weight yarn, and I've got an 8mm hook here. It's easier to learn how to do chain stitch with a bulky weight yarn because you can see what you're doing a little bit better than with a fine yarn. But you can use what you've got to hand instead if you haven't got these. First of all, quick recap on how to do the slip knot from last week. Remember, we grabbed a tail of yarn, wrapped it loosely into a cross on our fingers, took our hook, went under the first yarn, hooked onto the one nearest to hand, pulled up a loop, wriggled out our fingers and pulled up on our tail to make a slip knot on our hook. Remember, if I go too fast at any point, you can use the playback option to slow this video down. Before we can do our chain stitch, we need to tension our yarn so that we've got a nice taut but not too tight piece of yarn to hook our hook onto. Now I do this by using just my index finger on my left hand. I'm holding the hook in my right hand because that's my dominant hand. If you were left-handed, we'd be doing this the other way around. Your hook would be in your left hand and your yarn's going to be tensioned with your right hand. Now, most often you see tensioning done by putting the yarn over a raised index finger, under your middle finger, and then tensioned with your ring and little finger. And then you pinch onto the bottom of your slip knot with your middle finger and your thumb to create a nice taut but not too tight stretched out piece of yarn here. But I'm going to use my usual technique because it's what I'm comfortable with. So I've got the yarn tensioned, nice and tight, but not too tight, and I'm pinching onto the knot on my hook. First of all, we insert our hook under the yarn, catch the yarn with a hook by twisting slightly, and then slowly bring the hook through the slip knot that was on your hook, and that makes our first chain stitch. We do that again. We put the hook under the yarn, twist the hook slightly so it catches, and then we pull back through that loop to create our second chain. Now, chain stitches is literally just this, hooking the yarn and pulling it through the loop. So again, hook the yarn, pull it through the loop. And then you can move your pinch along as you go further up the chain to keep that nice and tight there, but again, not too tight. So hook and pull, hook and pull. We want to try and make our chains reasonably even in size, so we want to keep the tension similar. So hook and pull. Once again, hook under the yarn, twist it round so it catches, and then pull that hook back through the loop to make another chain stitch. Then as you can see, you get a lovely row of chain stitches that we can then work our single crochet into, or whichever stitch we're doing. The next video will be single crochet. So just keep going. I recommend making yourself a really long chain just for practice. It's really helpful for getting used to tensioning your yarn and manoeuvring your hook through small spaces. So as you can see, once you get more confident with this, you can go quite quickly with making your chains. But again, slowing it down for you. Hook under, twist it so it catches the yarn, and pulling through the loop. And that's it for chain stitches. Nice and simple. So I recommend having a good practice that. Make yourself a really long chain so you're getting really used to holding your hook, holding your yarn, getting the tension in whichever manner works best for you. Again, if you're left-handed, this is all going to be the other way around. Your hook's going to be in your left hand and your yarn's going to be in the right hand. Thank you for watching today's video. Single crochet will be our next one. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.